Hey folks, this is Nathan here from Jack and Jill, and today I'm going to be doing a quick run through of the Jack and Jill AI writing assistant software. And at the end of this video, it should only take 10 minutes or less. You will be a wizard at creating content. So if you want to create pro quality content in seconds using AI, then you're in the right place. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. So if you've signed up, you filled out the email password, you should get put on this getting started guide. So it's got some information here about the tools and how to get your first words. Do that, read that, but if you're like my daughter, she verbatim said, I'm not going to read all that, and just started clicking buttons. So sure. So if you click up here, this button, Start New File, it'll give us a new file in the content editor area. And this is kind of the main spot that you'll be working with. So this is the main writer area. You don't even need the AI tools if you don't want. You could just use this and type and journal and, maybe use the focus mode if you're not using a bunch of the tools, and it's awesome. But this is the main content editor area. We've got, if you type things out here, hello world, it'll automatically save. It'll put it in your saved content area here, so you can check out your saved content. You can go back to it. We've got a documentation page, so this is going to have different tutorials and a tool index and frequently asked questions and things like that. Your account page will have account information. You can log out from here. It'll have plan information. If you're signed up on one of the paid plans, it'll have a management link here, so you can manage that. It's also got the subscription plans, and we also do lifetime deals. So if you're like me and you don't like paying for software every single month on a subscription model, we offer a lifetime deal, and you pay for it once and you get the features of whatever one you bought for life. So pretty cool stuff. And then we've also got referral links and support. So feel free to hit me up, nathan@jackandjill.com, anytime you run into any issues, and I will help you out. So from here, let's see what else we got. We got a focus mode, so if you want to just get everything out of the way, that's a great way to do it. We've also got light mode, so if you like the light side of things, you can do that too. So I think that's it for the main navigation here. We'll talk about this right sidebar here in just a second once we jump in. The real key to starting with Jack is he needs a topic. He needs to know what he's writing about. So we could put something, pretty broad. It could be like artificial intelligence, and you could just leave it at that, and it'll kind of create a broad, generalized idea and content piece around that. For this one, let's do something a little more specific. Artificial intelligence for content marketers. And from here, I'll go to the right side here. We're on the plan tool. So there's a few different ones. I'll walk through these. So there's a planning tool. So this will give us title ideas, introduction concept, related keywords, child content ideas. This is really good if you don't really have an idea of what you're writing about just yet. If a client or your boss gives you an outline, maybe you've got, some very specific things that you need to write about, then I might go about it differently. I might not use the planning tool in that case. Maybe. But in this case, I don't have an outline. So I'm just going to go ahead and create some ideas. So we'll just see what it comes up with. If I did have an outline, I'd probably just type it out and maybe use the expand text tool to just do it more manually. And I'll show another video on how to do that. But today we're just going to do the one click. So you can see here we've got title ideas, we've got introduction concept, related keywords. You can regenerate, and it'll regenerate them all. You can click the side regenerate buttons, and it'll just regenerate, one at a time if you want, one particular one to be changed. So this is great so far. I think I'm going to use this as an outline. So I'm going to copy that, and we'll go to the generate tool here, and just keep in mind this is a pro tool. So once you sign up, you'll get a week of the pro, so you can try all the pro features, but after that you'll have to sign up for a pro plan to be able to get this feature. So just keep in mind. We do have a generate social post, which you can punch in some info here and generate a social post, but today we're going to do the generate full article. So you can notice it already pulled in the introduction concept from the planning side over here. So we get this introduction concept, and it pulled in from here, it pulled in the topic, and it doesn't pull in the outline because sometimes child content ideas might be the best fit for your outline. Sometimes maybe it's more of a informational index type article, so related keywords might be. And then other times, none of this might be good for an outline. Maybe you need your own outline, or if you leave it blank, it'll come up with its own outline too. So, but I'm going to paste the one that I got from over there. And I'm just going to delete that. Just leveraging data and analytics sounds good. All right. So from here, you don't have to fill out everything, but the more information, I will tell you, the more information that you give Jack, or really any large language model or AI, the more context it has, the better it generally does. So the audience here, let's see, we'll just do content marketers. But it could have been different. It could have been, maybe we're talking about topic for audience, but we're relaying it to another audience, so that's where you can get really creative with this sort of stuff. Intent is, it's really audience intent. So we're saying improve their workflow, because we want to get better at content writing. So that's kind of why we're using artificial intelligence. The voice we're going to say is professional, and maybe some wittiness in there. But that could be anything. It could be professional, witty, introspective. It could be Donald Trump. It could be a pirate. Test some stuff out and let me know how it goes. Point of view. For this one, let's do first person. I love first person because it's really awesome to watch AI say I and me and act like it has experiences within the context of the copy. That's really cool. Again, we've got the outline, we've got the introduction already, and the call to action for this will say join our newsletter. You can disable images if you want. We're using Unsplash for images, and they have an awesome stock image library. But I will say, this whole system takes all this information into account and creates a primary search keyword for those images. So whenever it automatically creates the images, unfortunately, sometimes Unsplashes, if you type in a keyword, it's not always very relevant. So if you find it not being relevant, or if it's like a very particular topic that is hard for the AI to pick up on, just disable the images, and then you can hop into the image selection and just type in whatever it is manually. So that's the way I do it. But yeah, so we'll leave the images for now, and then we'll just click generate article. And while it's generating, you'll notice, we can't edit it. The AI tools are blocked out. You can read it obviously, but it kind of keeps us from conflicting with ourself here. So you can see here, it writes around the outline. It takes in all of this context. So this is the important thing for the AI is the more context you give it, the more information it's going to have throughout all of these. Because if not, it's going to come up with its own information. But this is a really cool way to create content super fast while making it sound and feel very human oriented. And also, if you take this content and punch it into a AI detector, we pretty much pass all the AI detectors. If you find one that we don't, let me know, and I will do what I can to improve the system. But we've created this to be very natural. It's been trained on a ton of content. My background is in content. I ran a content agency for years, and it's really one of my passions. So if you want high quality content, just watch it do its thing here. And we'll just let it sit for just a second, and whenever it's done, I will go through just a couple more things, and we'll try to close this up before 10 minutes. Awesome. So at this point, we've got an article. This is really the rough draft. What I do from here is I'll go through and read everything. I'll go through, read through, and make my initial edits. There's some things like this, like AI powered tools, and then it has a 2 before the automated. Some little snafus like that. But overall, I'll go through, change it. I'm from the US, so behavior is not my type of behavior. Fix little things like that, and then go through and do my second pass of actual editing. And from the actual editing, I do a lot of the rewrite text. So you can select, let's see here, let's grab a sentence. You can select a sentence and click rewrite text, and then it rewrites the text. Or I'll do it manually, or if I need to add a section, I would normally add like a subsection, a subheader like this, and then maybe duplicate it and then use the AI expand text to turn it into a paragraph. So that's a few different ways to use that. What else? We've got like 30 seconds here left. So I showed you the images. Also the chat. If you need something a little bit more flexible, you can talk to the AI directly. So you could ask Jack to rewrite things. You can ask Jack to come up with some, different stories, or, whatever you could, find use for the chat GPT like system here. So Jack will talk to you. We've also got a voice here. So, hey, Jack, what are you doing?
I'm currently helping people with their writing tasks. How can I help you with yours?
That's amazing. Okay, so yeah, use the chat if you like that format. And yeah, I think that's about it for now. If you watch this video, you should have a pretty good base. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks.